And welcome in here to Marathon High School in central Wisconsin for what should be an electric matchup between these Marathon Red Raiders and the Royals of Assumption High School here on Zaleski Sports. Today's pregame show brought to you by Brickner Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. When you need a new vehicle, let their family take care of yours on Little Chicago's northeast side.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
And welcome back once again here to Marathon High School in central Wisconsin. It's going to be a good one here tonight on Zaleski Sports between the Marathon Red Raiders and the Assumption Royals. My name is Connor Philippi. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's game. 7:15 projected start. Looks like it's going to hold strong as we take a look at both of these two teams. First, we'll take a look here at the Merriwood South standings. This is an important game within these standings. Stratford still currently in the lead in the conference, sitting at 8-1, 12-2 overall. Assumption and Marathon are 2-3, and they're close to each other. Assumption 7-1 in the conference, 10-4 overall, whereas Marathon 6-2, 11-2 overall. These two teams are trying to hold on to their positions, and Marathon trying to take over Assumption's position by season's end. This would be a great start for them. It's going to be a heated rivalry here tonight as we take a look first at the away team in the Assumption Royals. They are on a one-game losing streak. However, two of their last three games have been against ranked opponents and high-ranked opponents. They beat Stratford, the number 4 team, and then they lost to a very good Pacelli team who's sitting at number 3 overall in the state right now. And so technically have lost 3 of their last 5, but they have had some very difficult opponents. The other loss they had was against Bondul and then Rhinelander, which is a team that is in Division 2. And so really no teams that are not amazing teams that they haven't lost to recently, and so they're trying to get back in the winning column here tonight. Scoring leaders Jordan Jaglinski currently with 20 points per game. She's got a free throw percentage of 87%. Which is a big deal later in the games, and is shooting 40% from beyond the arc. Riley Stublaski and Brianna Owie also leading for points. Brianna Owie leads in rebounds, and Ari Kavanaugh leads in leads in assists for these Royals. As for the Marathon Red Raiders, they are currently on a 7-game winning streak. And again, 11-2 on the season. They are rolling. Most recent conquests over Auburndale, Newman Catholic, which was a close one, 44-42, and then they beat Stanley Boyd. Their top scorers, Emma Love with 16.7 points per game, Miley Helke, and then Kate Love are the top 3 for them. Emma Love leads in rebounds, and Kate Love leads in assists. So you'll hear Love a lot throughout the course of tonight's contest. We have plenty of other stats to go over with you as we continue on here, and we'll go over the matchup that happened previously this season, because that'll be a big deal in determining how this game is going to go. But in just a few seconds, we'll turn things over to the PA for the national anthem, announcing the starting lineups. But again, today's pregame show brought to you by Brickner Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. When you need a new vehicle, let their family take care of yours on Little Chicago's northeast side. Thank you one more time for tuning in here to Zaleski Sports. Marathon Red Raiders and the Assumption Royals girls basketball is coming up in just a moment.
Good evening and welcome to Marathon High School for tonight's Merriwood South Conference matchup between the visiting Assumption Royals and your Marathon Red Raiders. for the playing of our national anthem. Assumption, Marathon, and the WIAA reward good sportsmanship and education-based sporting events. Attendance is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all attendants, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. And now for the starting lineups first for the visiting Royals. 858 senior number 3, Jordan Jaglinski. 858 senior number 10, Ari Kavanaugh. 5'9 sophomore, number 14, Brianna Ari. 8'5 senior number 24, Blair Sanz de Rosas. And 6' senior number 50, Riley Skolaski. Assumption is coached by Ryan Klein, assisted by Paul Jaglinski, Charlie Nelson, and Dan Howie. And now the starting lineup for your Red Raiders. 5'8 junior number 1, Mason Mishka. 5'8 junior number 3, Caitlin Love. 5'10 senior number 4, Miley Healthy. 6' senior number 5, Emma Law. And the 5'8 junior number 14, Megan Schneider. Marathon is coached by Jeff Schneider, assisted by Chuck Baldwin, and a Frankie Hillier, and Allison Wolf. Do we appreciate it?
And so all that's left to do here is tip things off from Marathon High School. Again, Connor Philby, so happy to bring this one to you on Zaleski Sports. A high-profile matchup within the Merriwood South Conference. These two teams met earlier on this season. It was a 59-49 victory by Assumption. As ready or not, here we go. The tip-off is going to be won by Marathon. Jordan Jaglinski led with 18 points in that game earlier this season. Emma Love led in points for Marathon. Assumption was able to get that victory by 10. As this one is in early on, a nice feed over to Emma Love for 2. Out wide here, Kavanaugh fed it in to Stoblaski, and she gets that one to go for 2. Early action underneath the basket in this one. That one's stolen away, though, off the hands of Mishka into the hands of Stoblaski, and now the other way, bouncing just off from Vere Sanz de Rosas. And that one out of bounds. And so Assumption with the ball back here. Two experienced and also very energetic coaches on either sideline here for both teams. Jeff Schneider heading up this Red Raider squad, and Ryan Klein the coach of the Royals. Here is Lede here from beyond the arc, tossing it around to Kavanaugh. Defended by Mishka along the perimeter. Now Lede again. Into the corner here, Aui. And that's going to be a foul call. Looks like they're going to get Mishka on that one. So that'll be the first foul of the game for either team. Inbounded to Sublaski, who puts up the floater just off as Mishka gets the rebounds. Feeding it back to Caitlin Love and goes off her hands and out of bounds. So a couple early turnovers, 3 total turnovers here against the Red Raiders so far. This Royals defense is known for swarming their opponents. And when you have players that can score from all over the floor, you don't want to add in any sort of transition points or points off turnovers as well. That goes for both sides. Jaglinski here getting the pick, working some space over to Lede, who ends up tossing it back to Jaglinski. Trying to get a pick of her own, then toss back around, and that one is going to be an over and back called. And the Red Raiders are able to force a turnover of their own here. Still 2-2 with 2 minutes gone on the Infinity Roofing scoreboard, as that one is fed into Caitlin Love. Up top now. On to Caitlin Love, now fed to Helke. Can't get that one to go off the back of the rim. Rebounded there by Aui. And now Jaglinski puts up the mid-range jumper. That one doesn't fall. Tipped off the hands and out of bounds. As Stublaski with a good effort to try and get to that one and poke it away to her teammate, but just a little too far there, as Elena Aui will come in the first time. Elena and Brianna, of course, both sophomores. Do my best to differentiate between the two of them as the night goes on. Same goes with the Stublaskis and the Loves, as that'll be a foul called near the bottom of the basket, but of course no shot there, and a inbound will be coming from the baseline. It's going to be against Brianna Aui. Both teams now with 1 foul apiece in this first half. Getting that one all the way out to Mishka. Underneath the basket, swinging around. And that one bouncing in. How about that shot from Maven Schneider? That was one of those you see in the last few seconds of a sports movie. Bouncing off of multiple different places, but for finding its way in. A three-pointer the other way, bouncing off. Rebounded, though. The putback is good from Ari Kavanaugh. Working it across the timeline, there was Emma Love. Handing it off to Caitlin Love. Schneider now gets it in deep to Helke. 2 different players on her, can't get it to go off that defensive pressure by Elena and Brianna Aui. Both are there underneath the basket. Underneath here, feeding back out Elena Aui, now over to Lede, who drives in, back up top, and the travel's going to be called before the shot can go up. Bookberger and Reagan Martin both coming in here for the Red Raiders, as Emma Love and Maven Schneider will both take a break. Still 14 to go here in the first half. 5-4 in favor of Marathon here on the Infinity Roofing scoreboard. Quick pace here for Marathon on their offensive side. Driving in, and that was a travel there. Would have been a tough shot, didn't make it in anyway. But Assumption gets the possession back the easy way instead of the rebound, and Marathon starting to press here a little bit early on in the game, but they fall back pretty quickly. Just trying to make the Royals work a little bit harder just to get this across. They have a little bit more of a difficult time setting up their play, but now they're set up top with Stublaski. Martin was working on her instead. Jaglinski now will drive up, put up the floater, and it's good. Jordan Jaglinski, the senior, 5'8" for the Royals. Pretty healthy mix of youth and seniority here on this Royals team as that one's stolen away. Into the corner, now faking that one. Jaglinski drives in a little too strong, and that was heavily defended there by the Raiders. And this one kicked out of bounds, and it was off of the Assumption Royals. Falling to the ground, but okay there was Mishka. She'll still head to the bench and take a break though, as well as Helke coming in, or excuse me, coming out. Up top here is Bookberger. She surveys and gets it over. That jumper doesn't go. Battle for it on the floor is eventually a jump ball. And it looks like the possession arrow is sending things back Assumption's way. That's the thing with both of these defenses, 6'5" so far. You see both of these teams really forcing each other to not necessarily take wide open shots, and you've got one or two players in your face, or you're taking one from further away than you would want. Elena Owie, and the turnover there. Martin with her hands on it. Back down, and the nice feed in for the layup. Easy there from Reagan Martin to try and take it herself, and then instead just taking that second to find her teammate Emma Love to get that one in. They're going to force a turnover now on the other end. 4 total points so far for Emma Love. And Schneider with the 3 there are the 7 total points for Marathon so far. Royals points spread out between 3 different players as Marathon back on offense. Up and around to Bookberger now. She's able to drive. Instead, she will retreat it back to Caitlin Love. Now 3 for Schneider, off the mark. Rebound opportunity though, and they'll get it over to Emma Love. Second chance opportunities are huge for both teams here in this contest, as this one was missed by Lede and rebounded by Caitlin Love. Schneider back the other way, and it's going to be out of bounds, but poked away by Jaglinski, so it'll stay Raider ball. They retain a 3-point lead here with 11:24 to go on the Infinity Roofing scoreboard. Caitlin Love up top now, and losing it for a second, but Martin holds on to the ball, and 3-pointers now up the other end, and it's good. Caitlin Love gets it to go. Caitlin and Emma Love killing it this first half. First points of the night for Caitlin Love, the junior, 5'8". Now on the other end, Kavanaugh is going to feed into the corner. Lede working out of that. Now Jaglinski drives in off the mark. It's going to be tipped. Who had it last? And we're going to say it was off of a Red Raider. Mishka and Helke are going to come in for Love and Bookberger that time. Taking a break there is Elena Owie for the Assumption Royals. I believe it's Brianna Owie back in the game now for the Royals. Kavanaugh gets that one poked away, and Schneider comes up with it after the good defense, trying to work away from it now, and it's thrown out of bounds. So could not take advantage of that turnover. You know, these Marathon Red Raiders want to get up on Assumption as quickly as they can. Assumption very capable of going on long scoring runs. Jaglinski up top against Helke. Getting the pick, working it in, off the backboard and good. Nice play there as Stublaski. That is not an easy shot for Stublaski, especially under pressure. Got it to go as Marathon now gets it across their timeline. Driving in under the basket, and the foul is going to be on the floor, so that shot did not count. They're going to get Stublaski on that one. Elena Aui is going to come in now, as Stublaski will head to the bench. Baseline throw in. Almost got that one poked away. Instead, Mishka will put up the jumper. That one doesn't go. From a good position in the court, just a little bit off balance there, as driving in now is now poked actually back to Jaglinski. Elena Aui now back around to Lede. She is up top against Schneider. Lede still with it. Getting away from pressure, putting up the floater, but it's not strong enough. It's off the front of the rim. Helke, nice feed into Martin, and bouncing just out. The putback is going to prompt the foul, and she will head to the line. Martin has been huge in this one. One of those players where you might not see her score a lot of the points necessarily, but you've seen her with multiple assists, multiple takeaways in this game. She makes her mark in ways that aren't always on the stat sheets that people pay attention to. First free throw will bounce out. As Stublaski with a short break there, she comes back out, and Buchberger will replace Schneider on the Red Raiders side. Off the front of the rim, but they are going to give the shot back, as you saw there a little bit of a stutter step from one of the Royals on the bottom of the key. So lane violation, it was Elena Aui there. So it'll be a second chance here on this second shot. And it still does miss, and so unsuccessful trip to the line here for the Red Raiders, but Assumption back the other way. Elena Aui puts up the long two. That one doesn't go, and feels like this Marathon defense has Assumption just a little bit frazzled from the floor here. Has a nice feed across, is in. Another fantastic assist from Reagan Martin, as Emma Love gets it to go for two. Nice one into Stublaski on the other side, but she rolls it off the rim. Buchberger getting it back to Emma Love. Timeout's going to be called by Jeff Schneider, and we will take a step aside and be back in just a few moments. You're watching girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
And welcome back here to Zaleski Sports, as Marathon with an early 6-point lead over Assumption. At Marathon City Sports Center, you'll always find great food, cold drinks, bowling leagues, and a great place for your next party or get-together. For the best in Marathon dinner, or get-togethers, come to Marathon City Sports Center, South Highway 107 in Marathon. This one out of bounds, and it is off of Marathon. Assumption trying to make up for the slow start on offense with some defense and trying to get some points off of turnovers. They'll try to get some transition points eventually, but for now they'll settle for doubling up on possessions as Lede now working against Mishka. She'll pass this across all the way around now to Brianna Owie. Getting it back up top to Lede. And now beyond the arc, they'll continue to just kind of work and look for some space. And the foul is going to be called here, and that's going to be against Bookberger. And so you see this from the Royals and a lot of other teams around the state. In these situations, when you're down by a couple possessions, you just want to take your time, look for good opportunities, understanding that there's so much game left to play, to just slow things down, figure out your offense again, and just work on good passes, as this one is drained by Lede Sanz de Rosas for 3 to make it a one-possession game here, just like that. And it's her first points of the night, as it's going to be a foul called here against the Royals. Getting ready to come back in is Maven Schneider. They're going to get Stublaski on that one. That'll be her second foul of the night. 4 total fouls for Assumption. It will be Mishka that takes the trip to the bench, as Schneider came in that time. Putting that one up and rolling off. The putback, though, also doesn't go. Third opportunity does, though, from Emma Love. Three-pointer up, doesn't go. Rebounded by Love. That's Caitlin Love for Marathon. She is double-teamed there, needs some help, and gets it across the timeline to Helke. Feeding that one in, getting it over to Love, then back out beyond the arc. Trying to feed it back into Love. Nice movement along the perimeter. It's going to create an opportunity eventually there, and it's going to eventually be a foul, actually, as both players go to the ground incidentally. We're going to get that one against Kavanaugh. So it'll be her first and the 5th now for Assumption. Still 6:43 to go here on the Infinity Roofing scoreboard. Continue to move the ball quickly here, as another foul now going to be called against this Assumption team. We got them a little overzealous trying to take some takeaways away here. And that's another foul there for Kavanaugh in a row. One foul away now from the 1-and-1 opportunity, and this one is stolen away, fed in, and that one will be 2 points for Jaglinski, as Lede was able to, you almost don't really want to call that one a steal. It was passed right to her, unfortunately, for the Marathon. All the way across, and Marathon trying to feed this one in. A second turnover now, as Lede once again comes up with it. All the way out across. Lede Sanz de Rosas gets it over to Kavanaugh. Jaglinski working for some space, floaters up, bouncing off though. Rebounded by Emma Love. Marathon now under pressure again, Emma Love. They got to slow things down here, and three-point shot is up, bouncing off, and the rebound, or excuse me, the tip out of bounds is going to give it back to the Royals, as it's going to be Mishka coming in for Bookberger, and Emma Love's going to come up, or come off. So I believe Reagan Martin is the one coming back in to replace her. These Marathon Red Raiders were able to get a few points off of that quick passing and getting some space, but now it feels like they've kind of gotten flustered by it. And we'll see on the other end what they decide to do as the three-pointer bounces off. As a foul now committed, Brianna Owie is the one that's going to be charged with it. That does make it the 7th of the half, and we're going the other way for 1-1. Marathon trying to make this a two-possession game again. Kavanaugh's going to come back in. Brianna Owie replacing her. And this one will find its way in. Second shot off the front of the rim as she tried to battle for her own rebound. She will pick up the foul. Be the third foul of the half, her first of the game. But does get one more point out of it, makes it a 4-point game here on the Infinity Roofing scoreboard. 5:20 to go in the first half. And that's going to be a travel. That's an easy call there as she just kind of jumped up, and before she could really think about where she was going with the ball, she was heading back down. Emma Love, certainly not a player that rests very often. She's right back into the game, replacing Helke. Discover unbeatable deals and award-winning service at Lead Car Toyota Wausau. I'm just going to read that again once we get another break. Out of bounds here. It'll go back Assumption's way. Discover unbeatable deals and award-winning service at Lead Car Toyota Wausau, your full-service destination for everything Toyota, including our state-of-the-art collision center. Find us on North 20th Avenue in Wausau. So you could call that me getting my own metaphorical offensive rebound there and finishing off strong as Assumption is back on offense. Still down by 4 here with 4:40 to go in the first. Here's Lede up top working against Reagan Martin. Into the corner here. Jaglinski tried to work out of it. Rolls all the way across, and now they're passing it kind of across the floor along the perimeter. And it's going to be a carry called here against Sanz de Rosas. Fairly low scoring affair so far here in the first half. If I'm Marathon, I'm just trying to prevent that as Lede once again steals it and will get fouled there. And Assumption kind of smelled blood in the water here as a couple possessions in a row Marathon was struggling to break out of that defense. They've really doubled down on it. A full timeout's going to be called, and so we'll take a timeout and be back in just a few moments here. Girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
And welcome back here to Zaleski Sports as Marathon has a 17-13 lead, 4:10 to go in the first. Bring your home to the next level with new floor, carpet, or an upgrade from Marathon Flooring. Marathon Flooring is transforming your home from the ground up. 2 free throws upcoming here for Jere Sanz de Rosas. First shot off the mark. Second shot does fall to make it a 1-possession game once more. Again, a battle within the Marywood South. Both teams fighting to try and gain some ground on Stratford. Assumption at 2. Marathon closely behind at 3. A Marathon win would make these two identical records within the conference and would really make things a lot more interesting, as this one will hit the referee and bounces into Larry's hands as we go back quickly the other way. So it ended up not working out for Assumption. They got kind of a gift with that turnover off of the ball hitting the ref's pants, and eventually a jump ball now will be called the other end. It'll stay with Marathon. Throwing it in here, Schneider. She gets it into Helke, but can't get that one to go as it's rebounded by Kavanaugh. Up top to Lede, working against Mishka. Now they'll switch as Schneider covers her, and they'll quickly pass it in along the paint, almost stolen away there as the shot's put up eventually by Jaglinski, and it bounces in. 4 points now on the night for Jaglinski as this one's tossed all the way up, trying to feed it into Mishka. And has to just throw it up, and that's a good way to try and draw the foul as Hilke kind of swings her arms up in the air. All of a sudden, that's the 3rd foul of the game for Owie. So 3 fouls for 2 of the starters for Assumption, Brianna Owie and Riley Stubowski. Certainly worth noting, as Stubowski will take a spot on the bench, most likely for the rest of the half. Only 2:39 to go. Second shot is up, and that one is good, about as nothing but net as you can get. Both teams struggle a little bit from the line. We haven't seen, I believe, a 2 for 2 from the foul line so far in this game. As Jaglinski will drive in, it goes off of a couple different knees. They'll call it a kick ball, as it looked like Elena Owie was going to be the one to get to that one eventually anyway, but so it'll be a throw in here for Ari Kavanaugh. Feeding this in up top now. Lily Nelson in the game. She's a freshman for the Royals as she now gets it from the corner, and Coach Schneider wanted a travel there. Instead it'll be a foul and shots will be coming. And Assumption has the opportunity here. Excuse me, it's going to be another push, so it'll be a throw-in from the baseline. All right, Kavanaugh gets that one ripped away here. Caitlin Love, as the pass was to Nelson, and Love ripped it away. Under pressure there, underneath, and the floater's up and good from Helke. Heading back up to a 4-point lead as we are now under 2 to go in the first half here on the Infinity Roofing scoreboard. In the corner, And that one bouncing just off from WIAA as it's rebounded by Emma Love. Marathon trying to double up on points here. Pass across the court, can't quite get the feed. They're trying to pinball it between multiple different players. The foul's eventually going to be called. They're against Elena Owie.
Foul on Elena Owie. That's the team's ninth.
That'll be the 9th of the half for the Royals. So another 1-and-1 coming. The next one will be 2 free throws no matter what. Schneider puts up the free throw. It bounces in.
Got Schneider at the line for 1-and-1.
And there's our first 2 for 2 from the line. And so Schneider off those free throws. We got high fives on the bench as she will be replaced for the last minute and a half of this one. And now Marathon trying to press a little bit here in the late stages of this half. They'll get it across the timeline though. Jaglinski getting it around to WIAA. Swung around to Kavanaugh, puts up the 3. That one bouncing off, and it's rebounded by Bookberger. Five straight points for Marathon, as this one was kind of a no-look prayer, and looks like the jump, if I'm not mistaken, the jump ball was called and 2 Marathon players had their hands on it. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's what it looked like from my perspective. But either way, it's Assumption ball off the possession arrow. Vere Sanz de Rosas getting it across. Around to Kavanaugh now. Emma Love almost forces her out of bounds, and instead they'll force a errant shot that is rebounded by Helke. Bookberger now beyond the arc, looking for some opportunity there, almost stripped away by Kavanaugh. Now feeding it into Helke and getting it to go. 8-point lead now for the Raiders. And to Jaglinski, who has to retreat back out. 5 points on the night so far for Helke now after that too. 3-pointer now up. That one off the mark, rebounded by Caitlin Love. Trying to force it all the way across the court, and the travel will be called. So Marathon kind of gets bailed out of that one. And Martin and Schneider will come in for Mishka and Bookberger. So now with 8 seconds left, Marathon pretty much guaranteed an 8-point lead at the half. If they wait for the last shot, they might have an opportunity to get a few more as well. And instead, I spoke too soon. Lere back the other way, puts up the 2. And so instead of an 8-point lead, it's a 2-possession game, 24-18 in favor of the home Marathon Red Raiders going into the halftime break. So we got about a 10-minute break, and about halfway through that, we'll come back and talk about this game so far, talk about what needs to happen in the second half, and we'll also bring you some updates from around the league, around Central Wisconsin in girls and boys basketball. But you are watching girls basketball between the Red Raiders and Royals here on Zaleski Sports.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
It's easy.
come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, Call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com. For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
When you need automotive repairs or parts, you know right where you're headed. Parts City Auto Parts in Marathon has everything you could need to keep your vehicle on the road and looking great. Whether you're looking for replacement parts, better performance, or auto accessories, it's all right here under one roof at Parts City Auto Parts. Jump online and head to partscityauto.com and you can search for just what you need, or you can stop in person on Pine Street, just off Main Street in Marathon.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
Weeks Pub and Grill, located in Rib Falls. Open 7 days a week. Now serving breakfast on Sunday mornings from 8 to 11:30 a.m. A proud supporter of all Edgar athletic teams. Follow us on Facebook for our specials and upcoming events. Thank you to the Edgar community for your continued support.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. You know it's a dirty job, a big job. When I went out there expecting chaos, and I just saw people on their hands and knees, like they literally picked up everything. Whether it was garbage they left or whether it was garbage that was there. It was a top-tier experience.
I knew I wanted to start an agency that honored those small town values like relationships and service. Our mission is to sell insurance ethically and with integrity to protect our clients' needs today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Not everybody understands insurance, and it's a good day when I can help give peace of mind.
When working with Access Insurance, we are a team, so you don't just get one of us, you get all 4 of us.
Access Insurance Agency, our business revolves around you.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us. Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
And we welcome you back here to Marathon High School as the home Marathon Red Raiders lead 24-18 over the Assumption Royals. Connor Philippi once again with you on Zaleski Sports. And before we get to this second half, we'll break down just a couple of the matchups going on, two of them specifically that matter within the Merriwood South. As Stratford leads the Merriwood South, they are currently playing Edgar in Edgar, and that is currently 23-7 in favor of Stratford, and no surprise there, not because Edgar is not a good team, because they are 7-5 overall this season, but because Stratford has only lost 2 games this season. They're 8-1 within the conference, and so that is a game that is important within this conference. And then two teams trying to battle kind of from behind there in the Merriwood South, Auburndale and Newman Catholic. They are currently sitting at 4-6 within the Merriwood South, but Auburndale is only a half game behind Marathon, so I really shouldn't say that Auburndale is battling from behind, but they are technically both in the bottom 3 of this conference. And so those two teams playing in Auburndale, with Auburndale leading 32-10 early on there in the second half of that one. And so plenty of other games also going on. A very busy night here on Zaleski Sports, a very chilly night here in central Wisconsin. So if you're huddled inside and didn't really want to venture out here, I can't really blame you. It was absolutely frigid and just bitterly cold, and it's going to really not get much better, especially on Friday. -12, I believe, is what it's going to be before wind chill. And so let's stop talking about the weather, because I'm just going to get sad. Let's talk about this game. A minute to go before we start off here in the second half, and Marathon really was able to get the lead that they got because they were able to go on a little bit of a scoring run. They were able to really get some turnovers that they were able to turn into points on the other end. And that's the important part. You can get turnovers all night long, but if you can't capitalize on those on the other end of the floor, then it really is a losing battle. And for Marathon, Reagan Martin has been huge with multiple steals. Maven Schneider has been impactful as well. She's got 5 points on the night. Of course, Emma Love doing a lot of the work underneath the basket. She's got double digits already tonight with 10 total. But the Assumption Royals feel like they're kind of just showing in the late stages of that second half that they are not going away anytime soon. A 6-point lead is nothing in basketball, and Assumption really, it felt like they were going to go on a couple scoring runs of their own to finish off the second half. They were down by only 1 at one point, but they've just had a little bit of difficulty finding their shot throughout the course of the night. The big difference here is going to be Marathon in the late stages of that first half was kind of struggling to break out of this Assumption defense. In fact, they were only able to get up by 6, even 8 at one point because of a couple turnovers of their own. But like you see there, Marathon's going to have to find a way to stay level-headed throughout this aggressive Assumption defense and find the open player. Underneath the basket, Emma Love could have gotten that one in the reverse layup, but instead they'll get it up top for the 3, and it's good. Caitlin Love drains it. As that foul is going to be called, man, the Red Raiders must have heard me question the shot choice and decided to really show me there. Made a 9-point game, but 2 shots upcoming here for Jaglinski on the first foul of the second half. So far, Marathon's been able to really spread out their fouls throughout the first half. We got only 1 foul for 4 of the starting 5 for Marathon. Whereas for Assumption, as both of those free throws are made, for Assumption, there's 2 starting players for Assumption. As that one's stolen away, jump ball is called, and unfortunately there, looks like Mishka suffered an elbow injury there. She is holding on to it and looks like in a lot of pain. We're going to take a break here and be back in a little bit here on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
And welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. As wishing the best there for Macy Mishka as she went in a lot of pain holding her elbow. Not sure if it was a dislocation or if it was something else, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to read into any of it. Just hoping that she gets the help she needs on the bench over there, as it's going to be points for Jaglinski here as we try and get back into action after the injury. 27-22 with 4 straight points for Assumption. As Helke up top. Schneider got it all the way across to Bookberger, and now Helke will try and feed it in. Getting it out across once again. They've got a wide open player over there. But instead, underneath the basket, they'll force a pass that's taken away there by Lere Sanz de Rosas. As underneath the basket, it is missed there and rebounded by Emma Love. Marathon thankful for that one, as Assumption has once again been so aggressive on the defensive side of the ball, and we see Subowski pick up the foul there. That's going to be her 4th of the game. So she will head to the bench as she is in danger of being out of this game, and coming in for her is Elena Owie. Underneath the basket, and once again Emma Love underneath gets it done. And just when you get that kind of leverage under the basket for her, it's very difficult to stop. 6 foot, only one of 2 6-foot players. The only other one's Stubowski, who's in foul trouble. So that we will have to see if that ends up being an even bigger factor later on in the game. Back up to a 7-point lead here for Marathon as they defend up top, and Brianna Owie now takes it back around to Lere as she will get it over to Ari, and Brianna Owie now with it, defended by Love up top. Assumption still not panicking. 15.5 minutes to go as that one is missed. It's going to be off the foot, though, of Emma Love, as Jeff Schneider making his case that it was a push out of bounds there, but it'll be a throw-in from the baseline for the Royals, as coming out there will be Helke. And then a timeout's going to be called for the Royals. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay with you here and thank a couple of our sponsors of Zaleski. Discover unbeatable deals and award-winning service at Lead Car Toyota Wausau. your full-service destination for everything Toyota, including our state-of-the-art collision center. Find us on North 20th Avenue in Wausau. And Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau offers a state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and so much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path. Learn more and apply at GreatLakesCheese.com. And also, Peterson Kramer Funeral Home is committed to providing personal and compassionate care for each customer. Let Peterson Kramer Funeral Home step up for you in your time of need. So throw-in upcoming here for the Assumption Royals, still down 7. Finding in the corner the 3 off the line from Jaglinski. She remains a constant threat. You see running back out onto the court, Macy Miska, and she gives a smile to players on her bench. So it looks like she's at least in less pain, as that foul is going to be called against Marathon in transition. They're going to get that one against Martin. So her second and the second of the half for the Marathon. As this one gets poked away, but off the poke, it'll stay with Assumption. Lere Sands de Rosas has to throw it into the corner. 3-pointer is up. Kavanaugh can't quite get it to go. Caitlin Love all the way out across and getting into the corner now around the perimeter. And up and foul called. And excited about that one there is Reagan Martin, as she will draw it. She has been a huge force for Marathon throughout the course of the night, even though she first shot makes its way in, even though she doesn't always show up in terms of the points on the stat sheet like I talked about earlier on. You feel like you've seen her pretty much everywhere on the court in this game. And defensively, she's been huge, and now you can continue to see her making her mark in other ways too. This one will roll off, fighting for the rebound, and they're going to call the foul. Looks like they might get Brianna Owie on this one. If that's the case, it's her 4th. And they do. Brianna Owie and Riley Stubloski, 2 huge starters for the Royals, are both in foul trouble with 4 total. And Stubloski will come in to tag Owie out, but now you still are concerned about her with her 4 fouls. So I feel like Marathon can be a little more aggressive under the basket now. As Helke got it over to Caitlin Love. Marathon, you can tell they got some confidence back on offense. Up top, 3-pointers up and good. Maya Bookberger drains that one. 11-point lead now for Marathon against the 6th best team in Division 5, as this one bouncing off. Rebounded there by Martin. And Love will take it back. Puts up the shot, that one off the mark. Rebounded there by Jaglinski. Still 13.5 to go. A lot of game left to play here on the Infinity Roofing scoreboard. Stubloski getting it up top. 3-pointer now up, and it's good. She's going to get the and one off the 3-pointer. And that's a way to jumpstart your offense. Struggling early on in the second half, Jaglinski nails the 3 and has an opportunity to make it a 4-point play. Multiple Marathon Raiders coming in, as it's going to be Love, Schneider, and Brinley Stencil comes in, the sophomore for Marathon. This one will roll out, but still the 3-point play makes it an 8-point game, as Assumption now gets aggressive with the press, but they're able to get it across the line to Stencil now. Stencil drives, getting it back out to Schneider. Schneider with the feed to Mishka, who's back in the game, as that one is going to be stolen away from the Royals. Amazing, though, to see Mishka back in the game as this one's thrown out on the Assumption side. Marathon trying to continue off of their momentum. As Assumption, the kind of team that can take it away in an instant, but they have not been able to yet so far tonight, as Stencil tries to feed that one in, able to keep possession. There was Helke. Mishka now up top. Spin move, drives in, and the foul is going to be called against the Royals. They're going to get Kavanaugh on that one, so that's now her third of the game. That's already the fourth of the half for Assumption. Only 5.5, or almost 5.5, I should say, gone in this second half, and a lot has already happened. Into the corner, Stencil getting it back out to Helke. Assumption double teaming, they're leaving players open though. Just hoping to get that steal and have it not matter. But Marathon knows if they pass the ball around enough, they're going to get open looks. Getting it in to Schneider now. Long possession for the Red Raiders. Up top now, Helke. Again out across, and they're going to force the turnover this time. Assumption will. It just kind of almost feels like a battle of chicken that these two teams are playing with each other, especially with Marathon's offense and Assumption's defense, where it's just kind of Assumption trying to bait Marathon into making one too many passes, but Marathon understanding if they can make passes quickly enough, they can get players out of position and get some wide open shots as well. Jaglinski, and now the offensive foul is going to be called. They're going to get Lere Sanz de Rosas on that one. And so, Marathon able to get out of another Assumption possession. As Love is fed in, can't get that one to go, but rebounded there by Helke. Under the basket now, second chance also doesn't go, and it's rebounded by Jaglinski. That one poked up, and a turnover again as Marathon gets it back. They've been able to pretty much make up for all of their turnovers and missed shots with turnovers of their own, as a three is up and banked in by Miley Helke, the senior, with a huge three-pointer. Make it 8 points on the night for her. Kavanaugh trying to drive in. This Marathon bench and supporters are excited as the foul is going to be called. They're going to get Schneider on that one for her second of the night. Looks like Elena Owie is getting ready to come back in. See two players with 4 fouls on the floor for Assumption and one with 3. This one misses off the front of the rim. As Elena Owie is going to tag out one of the players with 4 fouls. Dublaski takes a break. That one will roll off, rebounded by Halke. 0 for 2 from the line. Has Marathon up 11. Just trying to break out of this Assumption defense. They understand they just need to play some fundamental basketball to try and bring home the win here tonight. Driving in, getting back out to Schneider. Feeding it into Love, and they are going to get the offensive foul there. Against Love, they're going to say there was a push off to try and get that space. Just over 10 to go here on the Infinity Roofing scoreboard. Marathon's favorite place for holiday, festive, and local home decor is the Copper Mug. This local gem is filled with excellent gifts for friends and family and a great selection of woodwork, handmade items, and so much more. Find them on Facebook or stop by the Copper Mug, in Marathon. That's the Copper Mug. Lede hands it off there. Ari Kavanaugh, under a lot of pressure, breaks out of it, gets it over to Stubloski, who took a very short break. Three-pointers up and good from Lede Sanz de Rosas. Getting it back to an 8-point game. Up top here, again trying to feed that one in, then it's poked away nicely by Caitlin Love. And the travel is going to be called against Marathon. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. As that foul was called, they're going to get Caitlin Love on that one, her second and 6 total now on the half for Marathon. So they're at risk of giving up some free throws to Assumption now. 11 total fouls in this second half, only halfway through it. Feeding this one into Stubloski, gets that one to go. And now it's Assumption that has 5 straight points, and they're threatening, making it a 2-possession game now. Love gets out of the pressure. Bookberger got it into Martin. And now driving in is Schneider. Back out, 3-pointers up. Bouncing off the mark, but Love rebounds. She puts it back in. Another huge rebound for Emma Love. Brianna Owie now. Getting it around to Ari Kavanaugh. She tried to feed it into Stubloski, and it's stolen by Reagan Martin. And Jeff Schneider was trying to call a timeout before she stepped out of bounds, but did not call it in time, as it's going to stay Assumption ball. Mishka will come in, as well as Halke coming back in, and it'll be Bookberger and Emma Love taking a break. 8:24 to go. And then the offensive foul is going to be called against Stubloski. That will make it her 5th. And so she will take a seat on the bench. That is her night. So Marathon able to avoid, and just as I say that, it's stolen away by Lede, and now faking that 3, driving in is Jaglinski, and the foul is going to be called for 2 shots. So we've seen this multiple times for both teams, giving up a turnover and then being able to make up for it with a turnover of their own to get the ball back. This one will find its way in. And the second one finds its way in as well. Halke getting it over to Caitlin Love. They're trying to overcome this Assumption defense. Under the basket, getting it back out across to Martin. Marathon just trying to find the open space at this point as Martin can't drive in. She forces it back out to Mishka. And it's going to be a jump ball called. It will stay Marathon ball. 7:44 to go here, 6-point game as Emma Love will come back in and replace Reagan Martin. Reagan Martin. Throwing up coming here for Schneider. Tossing it all the way back out, it's stolen away. Vede Sanz de Rosas passing it back, and it is no good. Rebounded by Emma Love. Can't get the transition points that time as Love is under pressure. She gets it across the timeline to Schneider. Mishka under the basket, and she will get fouled there by Elena Aui. So Mishka will shoot 2. 7 fouls now for both teams. That one off the mark from Mishka. Second shot misses as well. Rebounded by Brianna Aui. Jaglinski working up with it now. Working against Helke. She's under pressure, gets it over. The Marathon bench wants the push off there, but does not get it. Fed in there to Elena Aui. It's poked away. Lede got it back. Now the three-pointer's up, off the mark, and Emma Love gets the rebound. And then that one thrown over, and it's just one of those situations where you get a little bit frazzled by the defense, and Marathon's in the position right now, up 2 possessions with 6:48 to go, where they can hang on to the ball, take some time off the clock, and wait for the best shot. We've seen that space open for Marathon if they can just, get some good, crisp passes multiple different times, and eventually they're going to find an open player. As this one is up, rolling off, rebounded by Caitlin Love. And out here across the timeline, get it all the way out across into the corner. Fed in, that shot will go. Caitlin Love gets it off the feed from Macy Mishka. Vede Sanz de Rosas working against Mishka, passing around to Aui. That is Kavanaugh. And that one will wind up out of bounds, but they'll call it off of Marathon. Brinley Stencil comes back into the game, replacing Schneider. 8-point game here. Marathon still leads. Assumption feels like they've been just trying to claw their way into it. Long three is up, off the mark. Emma Love with an amazing hustle to get to that one, but then it's stolen away by Kavanaugh. Three-pointer is up and good from Vede Sanz de Rosas. And that's going to prompt a timeout here by Ryan Klein and Assumption, as it's now a 5-point game with 5:38 to go. Full timeout. We'll take one with them and be right back here to girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcasts. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Well, welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. Marathon up 40-35, and some words there from Jeff Schneider to Marathon talking about the importance of holding on to the ball and just being safe with it and only passing it when they feel like they need to and when they feel like they have a good look. And that I couldn't agree more with that, as Marathon just, I feel like working across the timeline, that first or second pass past half court just immediately puts them in a tough situation. And now coming off of the press, they're trying to get this across the line and almost throwing that one away. Working away from pressure out into the corner here. All the way back across. Emma Love now getting double teamed. She'll work it back around. Schneider gets it back out. Emma Love feeding. Three-pointer is up. Off the mark, but Emma Love rebounds. Getting it back out across, but losing it off the hands as Larry Sanz de Rosas will put up the floater that rolls off. Rebounded by Stenzel. Trying to get it across, almost running out of time, but getting it to Emma Love. The nice feed in. Can't quite get that final pass for the layup on the other side. But Marathon keeps possession. 4.5 to go, up 5. Emma Love driving it into Stenzel. And she's got a trip to the lane, and that one won't go, and it'll prompt the jump ball. It's going to go Assumption's way. Tough shot that time under a lot of pressure as Mishka will come in. And she will take out Brynlee Stenzel. Assumption's been making Marathon's offense uncomfortable all game long. And now they find themselves down only 5. Larry Sanz de Rosas. That pass is picked up as Schneider was able to poke it away. It's Caitlin Love with it now. Gets it over to Helke. Out across to Schneider. Marathon playing keep away with under 4 to go. Fed into Emma Love. Schneider trying out the cross all the way across the court. It's poked away and picked up by Larry Sanz de Rosas. Assumption forces another turnover. Can they capitalize on this one? Larry now working away with it. Elena Aui, 3.5 to go now. Jaglinski, that one's stolen away, and then the travel will be called. It's going to go right back Assumption's way as Mishka was trying to get onto it. An intense finish here from Marathon. When school feels overwhelming, families need support they can trust. Hoffman Learning Center provides personalized academic tutoring and skill development to help students feel confident, capable, and supported. Find more at hoffmanlearning.com. That shot off the mark as Emma Love gets the rebound. Back the other way, the layup is good. The feed from Mishka as Helke gets it in. Big points as they go up 7 with 3 to go. And then that foul is going to be called against Marathon. The Marathon bench jumps up again. With an office right here in Wausau, Scherer Construction offers commercial and custom home construction expertise throughout Wisconsin. For your next construction project, look no further than Scherer Construction. Check out their beautiful work at schererconstruction.com. 2 shots upcoming here for Assumption. The first shot is up and good. Back to a 2-possession game. Second shot goes as well. Cold-blooded shots. Too many people live with pain and injuries. At Marathon Spine and Wellness, the goal is to get you back to enjoying the activities you love pain-free. With years of experience, cutting-edge technological options, including shockwave therapy, laser therapy, dry needling, chiropractic, therapeutic exercises, and more. Take the first step towards getting back to the you that you deserve. Call Marathon Spine and Wellness for an appointment today. Marathon Spine and Wellness. Move better, live better, feel better. Marathon back on offense. Under pressure, and the foul's going to be called here. It's going to be against Ari Kavanaugh for her 4th of the game. And Assumption continues to struggle with foul trouble at this point in the game. Can't imagine they're going to worry too much about the players on the court because there's only so much time left to go. The 1-and-1 is up, and a cold-blooded one there. For a custom-built home, you want to work with the best. And Underwood Construction right here in Marathon is the perfect place to turn. For your next home building experience, look to Underwood Construction. Second shot finds its way in as well, and both teams really stepping up to the line, quite literally, by nailing their free throws late in this one. Larry Sands de Rosas up top working against Mishka. Ari Kavanaugh now. 2.5 to go, time running out. As this floater's up, no good, rebounded by Emma Love. Marathon trying to put a dagger into this game, but still smothering defense from Assumption makes it difficult. All the way out across, Caitlin Love trying to spin away from the pressure. Into the corner, losing the ball and keeping it, and out of bounds. They're going to give it back to Assumption. And so, that was kind of the opportunity for Marathon to really put a staple in this game. And now just like that, it stays a 3-possession game with still right around 2 to go. Out across here, the offensive foul's going to be called. Marathon bench is ecstatic about that one. A huge play there. They are going to get Brianna Owie, who now is fouled out with 5 on the night. And a timeout's going to be called. Or excuse me, a short timeout. It looks like they're just going to get the quick substitution timeout. For automotive repair and detailing, Marathon turns to J&R Auto on Main Street. Everything from checking engine lights, brakes, exhaust, suspension, and more. No matter the automotive problem, J&R Auto is here to help. That's J&R Auto for your auto repair needs. Huge throw in here for Marathon. As that one almost gets poked away, now it does. And that foul's going to be called. Huge takeaway there for Assumption. It's going to be Schneider there. Her 4th in the 2 shots upcoming here. Infinity Exteriors is installing peace of mind with roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality you can trust. 2 straight shots are good, making it a 5-point game once again. Fed in there to Caitlin Love. Trying to get it across, and she does. Getting it over to Emma Love, and then the foul's going to be called. And it's going to go to free throws. And that's the 5th for Ari Kavanaugh now, as Emily Mrozik now comes in. Assumption going to their reserves here. Emily Mrozik, a 5'8 junior for Assumption. A big free throw made there. For all your personal, business, auto, and life insurance needs, there's always a local agent you can look to at Access Insurance, having a friend in your corner to customize the coverage you need. Learn more at accessinsurance.net. At Access Insurance Agency, their business revolves around you. Thank you to all our sponsors of Zaleski Sports. And a timeout is going to be called here by Ryan Klein. We'll take a brief step aside and be back for the conclusion of this one here on Zaleski Sports.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. A minute 16 to go. Marathon leads by 7. Assumption trying to mount the comeback as Marathon has held on in this game. This Marathon bench and all their supporters are standing up, supporting their team, as this would be a huge win for them if they can get it done. Assumption won the first matchup of the season by 10. A couple months ago, as this one is a jump ball. It's going to go the Red Raiders' way. And that was a pivotal one there, as Assumption might just start trying to foul here. That pass goes into Emma Love. Fed across, working with it, and getting it across half court. Under a minute to go now. And it's going to be a foul. That makes it the 10th, and so Marathon gets 2 free throws the rest of the way here. First shot is up and good. Huge one there for Caitlin Love. Makes it an 8-point game. This one bouncing off the back of the rim. Assumption does get the rebound, and the foul going to be called there. We're going to get Mishka on that one. It will be Lere Sanz de Rosas from the line. This one finds its way in. 45 seconds to go. And we'll continue to see Assumption's swarming defense. After this second shot, it is good. As a substitution will come in here. It is number 5 for Assumption, who I believe it is Lila Oshasky, who is on the Assumption JV team on our roster, number 5. And that'll be another foul here as Marathon will go to the line. I thought for a second she was trying to go for the shot, but instead she got it all the way over to the ref. Emma Love makes her first. Coming in here, Emily Mrozik, as Oshasky comes back out. And a full timeout's going to be taken here by Marathon. We'll take a step away and be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. As we have Assumption ball down 8 with 40 seconds left to go here. Marathon on the precipice of a huge victory as the foul's going to be called. It'll be 2 shots here for Lere Sanz de Rosas. They're going to get Caitlin Love on that one. First shot missed. Marathon well on their way here. Second shot missed as well, battling for the rebound there. Under a lot of pressure to get it across. Throwing it all the way across court, wide open here. And Marathon is going to play keep away here, and the foul is going to be committed. Assumption wants to play this one to the very end. It seems like Marathon is kind of combating that foul game with one of their own, understanding as long as they're not giving up a bunch of threes at this point, the game's over. Second shot is good, 9-point game. Assumption heads down the court. They will try and drive in, losing the ball, getting the rebound, and that might have just done it. They won't take the shot. Marathon is going to improve to 12-2 on the season, a huge victory over number 6 Assumption. Stay tuned for our Merrill Steel post-game show. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Well, welcome back here to Marathon High School. In just a few moments, we're going to be getting the team back out here and talk to head coach Jeff Schneider and a couple of the players for this Marathon team. It was a huge victory for this Marathon team here tonight, getting this one done. And it was pretty much as close a game as you could think of, even though Marathon had the lead for pretty much the entire game. It felt like Assumption was right on the precipice pretty much the entire time, but it was just fundamentals for both sides just being tested all night long. You know, just all kinds of turnovers on either side. But at the end of the day, Marathon was able to stand strong and get more turnovers than Assumption did. And it was a huge performance, of course, as always, by Emma Love. We'll be highlighting Miley Helke for a huge performance as well tonight, as well as Reagan Martin. Reagan Martin was flying around all over the court tonight. You know, in terms of the points department, you always look for the player that scored the most points in a game. But for so many of these Marathon players, they were able to get the job done in a lot of different facets. And it was just the seniority of this team. It was the fight of this team. It was a lot of different things that got them their 12th victory of the season. And they continue to gain leeway in this Merriwood South Conference. And so we'll stand by for a few moments here, and in just a second we'll talk to some of the players and head coach of this Marathon team. But it's been a great night so far. Make sure you stay tuned for these post-game interviews. All right, we are back here in Marathon with the entire Marathon team, and I'm going to talk specifically to Miley Helke and Reagan Martin here. I'll start off with you, Miley. Congratulations on the victory. I want you to just talk a little bit about being a senior, being a leader on this team. What importance does that have for such an important game like this? And there was a lot of tough moments in this game as well. What does it mean to be a leader and to get this victory?
I think it is very important that we all know each other's roles and know that we're all in this. And if there's a mistake, that we all have to be there for each other and not dwell on it and just move on. And I feel like as seniors, we've lived through. Emma and I have had the 4 years, and we know what it's like. And it's important to be there for the other people.
Well, thank you very much. I'll talk quickly here to Reagan. And you can't really describe the role you have on this team because you fly around and do pretty much everything. Some huge takeaways in this game, some huge rebounds. Just talk about kind of the multifacetedness of you as a player and what that meant for this victory.
I mean, my mom just tells me that it's important to be versatile and be able to just do whatever the team needs you to do because, you're not playing for yourself, you're playing for the team. And, it doesn't matter how I do, it matters how the team does overall. This is a win for us, not for me.
Well, thank you. And on that note, we don't do it very often, but I'll have the entire team say, we're the Marathon girls basketball team, and we're in the house, all right?
Okay. We are Marathon girls basketball, we're in the house.
Yeah, Chase, face the camera.
3, 2, 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
We're the Marathon girls basketball team, and we're in the house!
Thank you. Absolutely.